Hello and welcome to Elets Innovation Talk, a unique initiative by Elets Technomedia, where we invite industry leaders to share their groundbreaking ideas, initiatives, and innovations that are transforming their respective domains. This is Elma, your host for today's session. Today, we are diving into an exciting conversation about how education is evolving in the age of XR and AI. As classrooms extend into the digital realm, immersive technologies are redefining how we learn, teach, and create. As Albert Einstein once said, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. That sentiment perfectly aligns with today's discussion. From classroom to cloud, adapting education for the age of XR and AI. I'm thrilled to welcome Yan Garin, country head and director at École Intuit Lab, an institution at the forefront of creative education. Yan and his team are redefining design, learning, blending technology with creativity to empower the next generation of innovators. Yan, it's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Likewise. Thank you very much, Elma.
I'd like you to give a brief introduction of yourself to our viewers.
All right. So, as you say, my name is Yan. As you can hear, I'm a French citizen, but living in India for now almost 20 years. And I started working with École Intuit Lab 10 years ago, starting teaching, actually. At that time, I was teaching motion design and 3D design. And slowly, I took more and more responsibilities in the school. And today I'm the country head because we have several campuses in India, one in Calcutta, one in Delhi, one in Bangalore, and recently one in Dubai also. So this is where I am right now with the École Intuit Lab.
All right. That's amazing. So let's start with the exciting transformations that are happening in the design education particularly. So Yan, as AI and XR continue to evolve, how do you see these technologies reshaping creative learning? Or are there any specific breakthroughs in immersive learning that you find particularly exciting?
Right. So XR and AI, obviously, we talk a lot about it these days. XR, I see a lot of potential, while AI, the potential is already in action. I think that's the big difference between these two technologies. AI did not really let us time to think. It came quite suddenly. I remember seeing some graph about ChatGPT. I think it's one of the fastest of followers and people using it. We're talking about a few months here. While XR is there for a long time, we all know that it will come one day or another, but it's still not there. Okay, so there are many movies about it. We all tried here and there in fairs, in a bit of goggles to play a few games, etc. But it's not something that we are using every day yet, like AI. So definitely a barrier between both. And obviously, we cannot refrain ourselves of imagine what will be the merging of the two technologies, because there, I think, where the true potentials of these technologies lie. So once we'll have, for example, I'm using again ChatGPT as an example, but that's not the only one. But once we'll have the power of ChatGPT, that means asking almost anything and get an immediate answer or service on the fly. Once that be done with the use of XR, that means an immersive environment, whether it's goggles, with glasses, with lenses, these are coming also. We can imagine how powerful that two technology together will be.
Right, absolutely. I mean, the ability to merge creativity with AI-driven tools is changing the way students approach design.
Absolutely.
While these technologies offer immense potential, their adoption comes with its own sets of challenges. I mean, from your perspective, what are the biggest hurdles design institutions faced in integrating AI and XR into their curriculum?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an easy question, but first, I would start with what the challenges are not, because everybody thinks that they are technical challenges, and in my opinion, they are not. I think technically we can quickly adapt to almost anything. That means the devices, the connectivity, etc. That I'm not very worried about it. What will be difficult is the experience for all the environment of a school, for example, or an institution, adapting to the habits, for example, of the faculties, but also of the students, obviously, of their parents. The parents also, we have to remember that they are there and they also want to understand, obviously. And of the staff. We can easily force them to adapt. That's their job.
Ken, on the flip side, since proposing their challenges on the spot, it's difficult. If on the flip side, you can suggest a few unique opportunities that these technologies that you think can create for the creative fields.
Yeah. For me, the biggest opportunity that we'll have with this kind of technology is to give a tailor-made training to any students. Right now, we are still in a very, very, very old system. I'm talking about a century-old system where it's very vertical. We have one teacher almost communicating in only one direction towards the students. It's not 100% true, obviously. The students also can play their part. But globally, it's that one teacher teaching in one direction to the rest of the class. The problem with that is you need a very uniform set of students for this old technology to work properly. And we all know brilliant people who are not fit for the classic classroom. Okay, this technology is not going to give the opportunity to change that, and let any student with any kind of speed, for example, of learning, of methodology, to learn the way it will work for them the best. So that's really what I think where the opportunity lies.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, that's fascinating. So overcoming these challenges could really unlock incredible possibilities for design education. Yan, educators play a crucial role in preparing students for an AI-driven future. So as innovation moves at a lightning speed, how can educators in creative fields stay ahead? And specifically, what strategies do you suggest to ensure that they're equipped to integrate AI and XR into their teaching methods?
In teaching method, yeah, that is definitely a challenge also. I think the most important aspect of this is for them to make them understand. If the educator is given a technology and we ask them to use it blindly, they are going to be reluctant, and also they are not going to be very performant. Okay, that because they are going to use their own traditional way of teaching, and it's not going to work properly. They are going to look for things that don't exist. They are going to ignore things that they are not aware of. So that's going to be a problem. But if we tell them and if we educate them properly and tell them how things work, they might understand the benefit. Once they understand the benefit of the technology, I can guarantee you that they are going to do everything possible to make it work the right way.
Right.
I think that's the first phase. It's to understand.
Yes. There's
The
certainly
second phase,
some, yeah.
yes, great. Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certainly some resistance when it comes to adapting these technologies in the initial phases, but once we get equipped, it's a smooth way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, what you shared was a great perspective. Upskilling educators will be a key to, maximizing the impact of these innovations. So, for AI and 𝐋𝐢𝐸 to truly transform education, strong infrastructure is essential. I'm sure you agree with me on this. What steps should institutions like École Intuit Lab take care to create a future-ready ecosystem that supports both students and educators as well?
It should be, according to me, a slow and progressive evolution. One is because this technology is quite young, and it's going to evolve very, very, very quickly. And if we jump 100% into that technology, it might be a bit difficult and maybe disappointing also. Things won't work at first. Things that we abandon that were good will be difficult to adapt. So it's good to go very slowly and to implement part of this existing technology. We are already doing that, and it's working quite well. AI for us, we use it quite a lot now, for example, to write content, for example.
Right.
It sounds obvious, but where we were spending months of writing content before, now it's going much faster because we write what we think, and then we run it to AI, and things are properly organized. They are well developed. Examples are accurate. So there's a lot of things happening on that side. Thanks for the generative AI, we can also help people to understand visually, because the AI can create a lot of things based on the text that is given, can create diagrams, can create photos, where we were also spending a lot of time creating before. Now we can generate it based on our own content. So I think it's more accurate and it's faster to create also. So that way we are implementing possibilities, and we are not going to stop here. Every time we see a way that is beneficial for the students, because that's always the main goal, and the students need to benefit from this.
Absolutely.
We also implemented that way slowly.
Right. It's really inspiring. I mean, building an innovation-driven ecosystem will set the foundation for the next wave of creative talent. As education shifts from classrooms to the cloud, we are witnessing a new era of learning. Yan, as we near the end of this session, if you had to name one bold step institutions must take today to fully embrace the age of XR and AI, what would it be?
I would not, honestly, I would not take a bold step in that matter. Because we are not there yet, especially for XR. And I saw some school who are going very fast and who went fast in the future, and they had to reinvest, and you are spending a lot of money. I've seen that with the Oculus. It's super expensive, and you have to change it because it's not adapted yet. Okay. In terms of AI, yes, that is much cheaper to use, but it's not a bold step. As I said, it's little steps that are easy to take, easy to adapt. I think having a nice global cloud system to store, compute, and publish all the activities done in a school, that would be nowadays the minimum that any school should have in place. Okay?
Yeah.
And that AI can help a lot to assist with this.
Right. I mean, that's an insightful takeaway. I mean, Yan, your insights on the future of design, education, the role of AI and XR, and the importance of preparing educators for this transformation are both inspiring and thought-provoking. This has been an incredibly enriching conversation. I mean, it's clear that institutions like École Intuit Lab are shaping the next generation of creative potentials, ensuring that students are not just learning, but innovating. I'd also like to take this opportunity to mention digital learning and Elets vertical dedicated to advancing education through technology and innovation. I mean, if you're somebody who is passionate about the future of education, I encourage you to explore some of the impactful events organized by digital learning across India and the Middle East. One such premier event initiative is the upcoming Dubai World Education Summit, which brings together educators, innovators, and policymakers to shape the future of learning. Once again, thank you, Yan, for joining us today.
It was my great pleasure, Elma.
And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to this session of Elets Innovation Talk. We hope today's discussion has sparked new ideas and perspectives. Stay tuned for more thought-provoking conversations. And as always, keep innovating.